Good evening. Thank you for coming out tonight. This is the Foothills Brass Band, and we've been around. This is our going in our middle of our second full season, and this is what is known as a British brass band. So a lot of times when you hear brass band, especially in this country, you think of like a New Orleans brass band, which is going to be with the sousaphone and walking down the street. And this is what they do in Britain. is very popular. So if you'll notice that instead of trumpets, we have everybody's playing cornets, which is what we would have. We have tenor horns, which kind of fill the mid voice of like a French horn. We have euphoniums and baritones, two separate instruments. So it's a little bit different sound, but it's an absolutely wonderful sound. I'm sure you'll love it. And we're going to start tonight with some John Williams. This is his theme for the most recent Olympics, so I hope you enjoy. Thank you. That featured Allison McSwain, our principal cornetist. This next piece is a really wonderful arrangement of the scherzo movement from Shostakovich Symphony No. 10. And this piece for Shostakovich came at a very turbulent time in his life, that his Ninth Symphony, which was premiered in 1948, was widely panned and was completely denounced by Stalin and by the Soviet regime. And in fact, it got to the point where Shostakovich felt that he was going to be killed because of the symphony that he wrote, because it was hated so much. And so he didn't write another symphony until this one, which happened in 1954, which was the year that Stalin died. And so he had taken some sketches from Violin Concerto and some other things that he did, and the year after Stalin died, he put together this symphony. And in the book Testament, which is his autobiography, he said that this symphony has a lot to do with his thoughts and living under the regime of Stalin. And I think this movement in particular captures just a lot of that kind of oppression and that he felt throughout his life. So to conduct this wonderful work, one of my very good friends and the other conductor of the Foothills Brass Band, please welcome to the stage David Hamilton. one of the great things about being a musician is that sometimes you get to work with celebrities. And we are fortunate enough tonight to have as a soloist the most famous man in Central South Carolina, a man whose greatness is only surpassed by how great he thinks he is. And of course I'm talking about, yes. Yeah. They did nothing but love, nothing but love. In all seriousness, Greg Day is a really good friend of mine and just a tremendous presence, not only with his personality and his playing, but as an arranger, and the impact that he has on the music life in South Carolina is really huge. So we're very honored to have him in this group. And I'm going to stop saying nice things about him, because otherwise he's going to get a big head. So please welcome to the stage to play Chuck Mangione's Children of Sanchez, the maestro, the man, the myth, the legend, Greg Day.
We're going to cool things down just a bit here, and we're going to play work by Eric Whitacre. Eric Whitacre is a well-known composer who I guess began his career in the 90s, and he began as a composer of choral works, and he composed a number of very important choral works. I think he is a graduate of the University of Las Vegas, Nevada, and he heard the wind ensemble there and was very taken with the sound and the timbres of wind instruments. And he began to write a number of works for wind ensemble and winds as well. His October was originally written for a wind ensemble, but it has been transcribed in this edition for brass band. This arrangement conserves all of the music, but just sort of rearranges the parts for different instruments. So I hope you enjoy Eric Whitacre's October. Even though it's November, we're going to just stretch a little bit and see if we can enjoy it in this later month. Eric Whitacre's October.
Thank you.
So at this point in the program, the most important thing that I'm doing right now is talking as slowly and for as long as I can so that they can get feeling back on their lips before we play the last piece. Thank you so much for coming out. This is the furthest we've gone from our home base, which is Converse Universities, which is where we normally have performed and where we rehearse, and so it's really great to get out and play for new people. And if you enjoyed it, please, we're hoping this could be an annual thing that we could come down here. So next time, tell your friends. If you didn't enjoy it, lie to them and tell them to come anyway, because we love playing for crowds, and this is such a wonderful place to play and such a rich music tradition here at Southern Wesleyan. So a little bit about the people in this group. If you have been to a concert that contains brass in the last 25 years in upstate South Carolina, chances are someone on the stage behind me was playing on that concert. There are people in here from pretty much every symphony orchestra within 100 miles of here that teach at every university in the upstate. I thought of naming it all, but then I would forget some, so I just didn't. You have people here that are alumni of every music school around this area and are professors at a lot of those schools. I mean, it's really a joy to stand up in front of such a collection of people and to make music with them. Also, this is a complete labor of love, that no one up here is getting paid to do what they do. So driving all the way down here, all the rehearsals, all the practice time, they do it because they love to do it. As a result, we ask you if you could possibly help us out, that we want to keep tickets or attendance to the concert free. That's very important to us. But if you happen to have a few extra dollars or $1,000 in your wallet and you're looking for a place to get rid of it, there will be a very beautiful woman standing in the lobby. Her name is Kirby, who will be there to collect money. Now, don't just go and give your money to every beautiful woman you see in the lobby. You want to make sure that it's Kirby. So Kirby, wave. That's Kirby right there. Give her your money, and I promise that it will get back to us. Anything that you can, because we have to buy music. We buy instruments. We have a number of instruments in the band that we have acquired through donations and through grants that we supply to band members who don't have some of the more specialized instruments. Of course, any kind of traveling or anything like that, we want to pay for. So anything you can do to help us out, we would greatly appreciate it. I would like to thank Greg Day for sponsoring us here at Southern Wesleyan. Yep. That they donated this hall to us free of charge, and that's wonderful, and we really appreciate it. And like I said, I'm hoping that we can come back here every year. So bring your friends, bring your loved ones, bring strangers, just bring them, bring people to us, because as you can see, this is a wonderful group, and I think that it benefits anyone who hears them. So a little bit about our last piece, Les Gursks. And in my research, in my vast research of the music that we're doing on this program, I made sure to do a Google Translate and find out what Les Gursks means. And I was surprised to find out that it means the Gursks. So maybe not the most helpful, but it has allowed us to create the persona of who the Gursks are. And I would say that based on the music and our thoughts, they're not the nicest people. In fact, they're probably pretty terrible. And so we've changed the title. We think of it as Less Gursks, because we feel that the world really needs less Gursks in it. So we'd like to dedicate this last piece to all of you who have fought to combat the Gursks and keeping them away from our society. And again, thank you very much for coming out, and safe travels home. David. Hurry. Thank you. Drive safely. If you have a little bit of dough, give it to Kirby. Thank you very much.